Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. And ladies and gentlemen, I come to you tonight from a room full of warriors, heroes, survivors. Forget World War II. This is the greatest generation because yesterday, every single person in this room had to dig down deep within themselves and find the strength to make it through Facebook's 6-hour worldwide outage. And if I believe our country can survive losing Facebook, who knows? Maybe it can survive having Facebook. The outage included all of the Facebook products known collectively as the internet. And people all over the world were affected. In Mexico, politicians were cut off from their constituents. In Turkey and Kenya, shopkeepers couldn't sell their wares. And here in the United States, your Aunt Gloria had to wait 6 full hours before doing her own research about how the vaccines magnetize your blood because Bill Gates wants to use your spine as a compass. Look it up. The Facebook outage also hit your average local billionaire. Because the company's stock plummeted in just a few hours, Zuckerberg lost $6 billion. Yeah, $6 billion. A
lot of money.
Just 115 more to go. And he'll have to sell his old stuff on Facebook Marketplace. For sale, gray hoodie, and used copy of Eye Contact for Beginners. Price, $130 billion. Yes, it was a typewriter. The company itself had only the vaguest explanation for the outage, blaming a faulty configuration change on the backbone routers that coordinate network traffic between data centers. Well, of course. Here, I thought it was the inverted radial processor corrupting the shell domain JavaScript and the bleep blork Teddy Ruxpin Nintendo Cyberbikes. Well, I've been dragging my feet for the entire monologue, but no matter how hard I try not to, sometimes the news forces me to talk about our former president, Scrooge McSchmuck. You see, here's why. This is the story. There's a new tell-all from former White House press secretary and Morticia Adams' divorced sister, Stephanie Grisham. Stephanie Grisham worked in the White House for 4 years, and as press secretary, she famously never gave a single press conference. But now she's spilling all the tea in her new book, I Just Recently Grew a Spine. May not. Is that the title? Is that the title? I haven't read it. Is that the title? I don't know.
That might be
Full disclosure, this show right here is the #1 place in late night to push paper. We sell a lot of books for our guests, but I don't want to help her sell a single copy of her tell-all about the time she told us nothing. That's why I'm going to spoil all the juicy details of I'll Take Your Money Now. In the book, Grisham uses a lot of colorful language to describe the administration, calling it a clown car on fire running at full speed into a warehouse full of fireworks. Or as Fox News would put it, a brave band of flaming harlequins rushing patriotically into the explosive jaws of danger. Yeah. Just a reminder, she knew all about the fiery clown car, and she still called shotgun for 4 years. Grisham goes on to write, I can give you endless metaphors. Living in a house that was always on fire, or in an insane asylum where you couldn't tell the difference between the patients or the attendants, or on a roller coaster that never stopped. Ooh, let me try. Being in his administration is like sliding blindfolded down a 50-foot razor blade into a tub of gin. It's like walking through a minefield led by a baby trying to change its own diaper. Driving a manure truck over a cliff into a pit of other manure trucks. Deep sea diving surrounded by sharks who won't shut up about winning Wisconsin. Grisham also... What's going on? What is going on? All right. Grisham also writes about the former president's 2017 trip to Saudi Arabia, where he forgot to pack his usual products, so he wore Stephanie Grisham's makeup during a speech. Luckily, they used the same shade, okay? Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Probably it's Tang. That's not because he's orange. Very orange. That's not the only embarrassing detail in Grisham's new book, once again entitled, "I'm sorry, please don't spit in my food." She also reveals the former president shared his logic for not eating vegetarian, quote, "It messes with your body chemistry, your brain, and if I lose even one brain cell, we're That's right. You heard that. You heard that correctly. The ex-president believes vegetables are dangerous. That's why he changed the food pyramid to meat, nugget, and here there be dragons. Grisham also goes after the former president's family. For instance, she reveals that at the 2017 White House Easter egg roll, Don Jr., Eric, and their families cut other kids in line so they could be photographed with the president. Let me get this straight. They cut a bunch of little kids in line so they could be first to get a picture with their own dad, like he's a character at Disney World. Dad, please take a picture with me. I already got Tigger and Gaston. I also asked Gaston to take me fishing. He said no. No one hugs like my dad, beats up thugs like my dad. No one snorts lots of ADD drugs like my dad. Scene. I want to thank the Academy. This was Melania's first big social event after the election, the Easter egg roll. So there was a lot of pressure on her to get it right, obviously, and she took her stress out on the Easter Bunny himself. Because according to Grisham, moments before his big reveal, Melania said, "I don't like what he's wearing." Because she felt it was tacky. Oh, and the last thing you want is for your giant plush bunny to be tacky. Now, focusing on clothes may sound petty, but Melania was just keeping with the spirit of Easter. Remember John 11:25? Jesus said to her, "I am the resurrection and the life." And girl, what is this ensemble? We got to get you to Bergdorf's. Grisham goes on to divulge that minutes before he was to hop out onto the White House lawn, Melania made the Easter Bunny strip. Luckily, and is this true? Luckily, we have some footage. Jim, you cut away before we saw the jelly beans. At least the peeps. The grass. The grass, that's what it is. Easter wasn't the only major event full of drama. When the president had a state dinner with the Queen of England in 2019, all of his kids and their significant others tried to get on the invite list, including Eric's wife, Lara, Tiffany's boyfriend, Michael Boulos, and Don Jr.'s girlfriend, Fox News host Kimberly Guilfoyle. Just who you want interacting with the Queen. Oh dear, Don Jr., you seem to have dropped your tiny baggie of sugar. Well, let's put a little bit of it in my tea. Woo! Lizzie feels alive! It's cocaine. But Melania's chief of staff put the kibosh on expanding the guest list, saying, "We're going to look like the Beverly Hillbillies." That is offensive to the Beverly Hillbillies. Ivanka's no Ellie Mae. Don Jr. is no Jethro, but Kimberly Guilfoyle does remind me of Granny.
The best is yet to come.
Grisham, I miss that good woman. Grisham also has things to say about South Carolina senator and man who just got dumped at the mall, Lindsey Graham. In the book, Grisham calls Graham Senator Freeloader and said he would show up at Mar-a-Lago to stuff his face with free food. And she remembered this incident. Senator Freeloader was sitting at a table by the pool, big grin on his face, lapping up the goodies he was getting like some potentate. He said to me with a creepy little smile, "Isn't this great? Man, this is the life." For years, people have been asking, why would Lindsey Graham abandon all of his principles and kowtow to a demagogue bent on destroying democracy? Turns out, free shrimp. In the run-up to 2024, it's good. Worse. Delicious. There's always room for more shrimp. In the run-up to 2024, Republicans have been trying to whitewash the January 6th riot, but last night we got the whitest of all washes from the whitest of all men, former Vice President Mike Pence, seen here trying to pray away the impure thoughts he got from looking at the lady on the bottle of Cholula hot sauce. See, she's good looking. She's a good looking lady. She's up there with the Land O'Lakes lady. She's up there with the Land O'Lakes and the girl on the box of raisins. All three of them. Very tempting. The former Veep went on the Fox News last night to explain he has a good relationship with the former president.
Look, you can't spend almost 5 years in a political foxhole without developing a strong relationship.
Yes, a political foxhole is also what he calls the former president's butt. So named because it's full of fox anchors. We got a great show for you tonight. My guest is the great Michael Keaton. And when we come back, meanwhile,